Have you ever watched a match so wild you weren't sure whether to laugh, cry, or throw your remote at the screen? Well, buckle up, because today's games brought the chaos, the comedy, and just a sprinkle of brilliance. Welcome to Across the Pitch. This is episode 13, and let me tell you, it's a spicy one. From missed sitters to last-minute heroics, we've got it all. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's dive into the beautiful mess that unfolded on today's pitches. All right, folks, let's dive straight into the chaos that unfolded at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last night. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United, a quarterfinal clash that felt more like a roller coaster ride than a football match. Picture this: Tottenham cruising at 3-0, confidence radiating. The fans are already Googling how to say Carabao Cup champions in multiple languages. And then, boom, self-destruction mode activated. Spurs decided to reinvent football with Fraser Forster playing Guess Who at the back. And spoiler, United guessed every time. First, Forster, bless his heart, tried a cheeky little pass that screamed, "Here, Bruno Fernandes, have a go." Joshua Zirkzee was like, "Thanks, mate," and popped it in. Then, because one blunder wasn't spicy enough, Amad Diallo slid in to make it 3-2. Tottenham fans clutching their chests like they just ran a marathon. And just when you thought we'd get a breather, Son Heung-min decided to bring the drama. His corner, a piece of art. Altay Bayindir, United's stand-in keeper, looked like he was auditioning for a circus. He flapped, missed, and Son's corner sailed into the net like it was destiny. The south stand exploded. Relief, joy, chaos, all in one. But let's not pretend this game was just about comedy at the back. Dejan Kulusevski, ice in his veins. Dominic Solanke, a striker's clinic. They made United's defense look like they were on a paid vacation. And James Maddison, running circles around everyone like he's late for tea. Oh, and can we talk about Lisandro Martinez? I mean, this guy was on some "where am I" energy. Whiffing clearances, backing up like someone hit rewind on his brain. By the time Solanke nutmegged Johnny Evans for goal number 3, I almost felt bad for United. Almost. In the end, Spurs snuck through 4-3, which, let's be real, is the most Spurs way to win. Drama? Check. Defensive calamity? Double check. But hey, they're in the semifinals, and Ange Postecoglou gets to dream about that shiny trophy for at least a few more weeks. So here's the takeaway. Tottenham is through, United is out, and I've aged 5 years just narrating this madness. Football, eh? Gotta love it. All right, here's the scene. Chelsea absolutely steamrolled Shamrock Rovers, finishing with a 5-1 statement win. And let me tell you, this match was less football and more an episode of How to Dominate 101. It kicked off with Marc Guiu announcing his presence loud and clear. Not one, not two, but 3 goals for the lad. A hat trick that had Stamford Bridge buzzing. The first came from a simple yet glorious header. Right place, right time. The second? A left-footed laser from a tight angle, proving that confidence and skill go hand in hand. And the third? A beautiful connection that screamed, "This is my night." Now, Shamrock Rovers did have their moment, a stunning equalizer by Marcus Poom early on. But if they thought that was going to stop Chelsea, they were sorely mistaken. Chelsea replied with goals faster than you could say, "Game over." Christopher Nkunku and Mark Cucurella also got in on the fun. Nkunku was all about those assists, setting up Dewsbury Hall's silky finish to the bottom left corner before Cucurella wrapped things up with a clinical strike. Shamrock's defense looked more like spectators, honestly. And substitutions? Chelsea rotated players like it was a fashion show. João Felix walked in like he owned the place. Every touch, every move, it was class. Shamrock's attempts to counter, they tried, bless them, but Chelsea's backline was in not today mode. By full time, it wasn't just a win, it was a Chelsea masterclass. 5-1, folks. If this is what the Blues are bringing, their season could turn into something special. Shamrock Rovers? Well, they might need a group therapy session after this one. So, Inter Milan hosted Udinese, and let me tell you, it was a straightforward 2-0 affair. No frills, no drama, just a clinical dismantling by the Nerazzurri. Marco Arnautovic was the man of the moment early on. 30 minutes in, he coolly slotted in a left-footed strike from the center of the box. The crowd? Roaring. The defense? MIA. Classic Arnautovic, just doing his thing. But Inter wasn't done. Oh no, Christian Aslani stepped up right before halftime to remind us all why he's on the team. A rocket from way out on the left, a shot so bold it should have come with a warning label. That ball sailed through the air like it had places to be, leaving the keeper flat-footed. 2-0, game practically wrapped up before the second half even started. Udinese? Well, they tried. Azak Touré and Iker Bravo had their chances, but Inter's defense was basically a brick wall. Josep Martinez, calm and composed, kept everything out like it was just another day at the office. Second half? Mehdi Taremi came close to adding a third, but the woodwork had other plans. Lautaro Martinez got some game time, but Inter was all about managing the lead, not risking anything fancy. Final whistle blows. Inter walks away with 3 points, a clean sheet, and their fans dreaming of bigger nights ahead. Udinese? Back to the drawing board, folks. Sometimes the better team just wins, and tonight, Inter Milan was exactly that. Real Betis faced off against HJK, and let me tell you, it wasn't the goal fest you might have hoped for, but they got the job done. 1-0. Sometimes that's all you need to keep the train rolling. The hero of the night? Johnny Cardoso. At the 27th minute, he decided enough was enough and smashed one in from close range. It wasn't flashy, but who needs flair when you're putting points on the board? A simple finish, a quick celebration, and the Betis fans were finally breathing easy. HJK, they had their moments, but let's be honest, their attack was about as sharp as a butter knife. Hassane Bandé tried to test the Betis defense, but his shots from way downtown didn't exactly scream danger. Keeper had it covered like it was his morning coffee run. Now, Betis could have added more. Assane Diao and Natan both had opportunities, but let's just say their aim needed a little GPS. Still, the midfield kept things steady, with Aitor Ruibal and Chimi Avila hustling hard to keep the momentum alive. By the second half, it was clear Betis was content to lock things down. A few substitutions came in, fresh legs to hold the line, and the match fizzled out without much more action. But hey, 3 points is 3 points, and a win's a win. So, Real Betis takes it. 1-0, job done. Thank you very much. HJK? Well, better luck next time, because tonight they were outclassed in every department. Fiorentina and Vittoria Guimarães served up a 1-1 draw, and honestly, it felt more like a battle of missed chances than a masterclass in football. Let's break it down. Vittoria struck first, with Gustavo Silva making the most of a scrappy build-up in the 33rd minute. Close range, bottom corner, no fuss. It was the kind of goal that makes defenders stare at each other like, "That's on you, bro." Fiorentina took their sweet time finding an answer, but when they did, oh boy, was it worth the wait. Rolando Mandragora decided to channel his inner maestro in the 87th minute, curling a left-footed rocket into the top corner. A beauty. A stunner. Chef's kiss. But let's not sugarcoat it. Fiorentina had chances galore before that. Christian Kouame, Lucas Beltran, even Moise Keane, they all had cracks at glory and came up empty. If finishing was a class, Fiorentina would be in remedial school this week. Guimarães wasn't exactly clinical either. They had some decent efforts, but it's hard to win when your best attempts keep meeting Fiorentina defenders or the keeper's gloves. Caio Cesar, to his credit, looked lively, but almost doesn't put points on the board. By the time the final whistle blew, it was clear neither team was walking away happy. Fiorentina fans will be wondering how their side didn't bag the win, while Guimarães supporters will probably be muttering, "We had them!" over their post-match drinks. A draw that feels like a missed opportunity for both teams. 1-1. Moving on. All right, folks. Heidenheim and St Gallen played out a 1-1 draw, and let's just say it wasn't exactly a thriller. If you're into missed chances, questionable finishing, and almost moments, this one was for you. It started with Heidenheim taking the lead at the half-hour mark. Norman Thuerkauf, cool as you like, tapped it in from close range after a smooth setup by Sir Lord Conte. And yes, his name is Sir Lord. Talk about royalty on the pitch. But St Gallen wasn't about to roll over. In the 77th minute, Jozo Stanic climbed higher than everyone else and nodded the ball straight into the back of the net. Classic header. No frills, just execution. And just like that, it was all square. Heidenheim had their chances to retake the lead. Norman Thurkauf hit the post, Benedikt Gimber sent a couple of headers into orbit, and Matthias Hansak's efforts either found the keeper or went wide. It's like they brought every weapon except a target. St Gallen? They had their moments too, but nothing really screamed winner. A couple of long-range shots, a few hopeful crosses. It felt like they were waiting for a miracle instead of making one. By the final whistle, it was clear both teams were just shy of what they needed to seal the deal. A 1-1 draw that left fans asking, is that it? Sometimes the beautiful game is just a bit meh, you know? And that's a wrap for this episode of Across the Pitch. If you enjoyed the ride, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment with your thoughts on today's matches. Who was your standout player? What was the most jaw-dropping moment? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Same channel, same sass, and hopefully fewer missed chances. See you soon.